Welcome to 108 Gate, feeling inspired and good to be here. So it is a bit windy, so apologies for the noise in the background. So for those of you new to the channel, there are a few different playlists, and you can listen to any of the lists, any of the readings on the list whenever you feel. And why don't you join us and subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, so that you'll be informed of any subsequent readings that come in. And we aim to, on this channel, empower ourselves through thoughts, through contemplation, through questions, through concepts, through just being here, giving ourselves this moment, and in knowing that just giving ourselves this time to just slow down, let our mind just kind of flow in thought for a while. Really does matter sometimes, because how often do we get stuck in that humdrum and just not be in the moment sometimes when we could be. So before I was while I was prepping for this and shuffling the cards, the word inspired was coming up really loud, but it's not the inspired as in some big massive gesture. It's the small things that inspire you. It's not some massive feat that has to be overcome, or some big intention that has to be contemplated, or anything like that. It's those tiny pivots that you're going to be making if you want to. It's those tiny shifts and changes that you have the power to make. I'm inspired to bake this cake instead of always baking that cake. Then make that small shift and change. Let's see what happens. What does it open up to? Does it open up to liking something? Does it open up to knowing you dislike something? Does it inspire you to do something else instead? Does it lead you to maybe using that ingredient with something else instead? It's making your daily life that more inspired, that more creative in some ways. So the word that came out, the card that came out, was enthusiasm. The best can be here, believe it. So again, it's reiterating that point of, it doesn't necessarily have to be massive shifts and changes that are occurring right now. In fact, the deeper you go, you might find that the smaller the pivot, the smaller the change, that in the long term, in the bigger picture, that's where the bigger changes occur. But for the bigger changes to occur, the small shifts and changes have to happen on a micro level first, within and externally. So doing that, you're not putting yourself in a level of stress or a level of disappointment. If you're making tiny shifts and changes, you can feel more so and navigate more so. If something's not working, where you can go. If something is working, feeling it out with your subtle energies, with your emotions, with the intention of doing it in a calm and easy and graceful, harmonious way for your higher good. The strength and courage that's going to come from this is quite phenomenal. So, nice introduction. There we go. Female energies around this is Empress. Just go for it. What does it mean for you to be in your feminine space in the Empress mode? Again, for those of you who are new to the channel, here we look at the yin and yang within you. How do you empower yourself in your yin, in your yang, in your anima, in your animus, in your feminine, in your masculine energies of yourself? You being a part of yourself, in harmony with yourself. You extrapolating those parts of you that you've attracted or not connecting with, that are distorted masculine, distorted feminine, bringing it back to your primal, your pure, your primitive masculine, feminine, your pure self, your authentic self, your feminine, your masculine. Where is it taking you? So I'm going to get a masculine card. Doesn't feel like many cards want to come out. It's more about this concept, inviting it in, allowing it in, allowing others to bring it towards you in a nurturing way, where you might not have had that happen before. And then you've got, on the masculine energies, the stars. So you're looking up on the masculine energy, because your feminine side of you, your feminine part of you, just be that spot, be that commanding, be that that expectation, be that liberation, be that for yourself, and see where it goes. So with that, I think I'm going to get another feminine and masculine card over here as to where you could be heading for yourself. So the masculine card, where you could be looking towards, where you could be questioning, where you could be exploring. Oh, interesting. We don't have this very often. All the cards are always checked, and they're all upright. Hanged Man, tipped out, upside down. Something needs to shift and change in the masculine energy. Like I just said, it's those small shifts and changes, those small tweaks, those small let's just experiment a bit with this, let's just be creative with that. Being inspired in the most minute ways, being inspired. Something falls in a particular way and it just makes your heart feel warm and flutter. Sit with those moments, sit with those emotions, sit with those feelings and see where it can empower you. Feel, where is it taking you? Feel, why is it making you feel that way? Why are you feeling warmed by that particular flower as opposed to that flower? Why are you feeling particularly warmed by that time of the day instead of that time of the day? Why is this sunset feeling more inspiring than yesterday's sunset? So little details are really going to help you at this point. Right, again, feminine card has just flung out two actually. So we've got two of swords, and on top of that was the 10 of wands. So the 10 of wands, that battle within, and it's not necessarily a battle as in like, it's the mastery of you doing things for yourself. It's the mastery of when something comes up of saying like, I've got to do this first because it's for myself. I've got to put myself as a priority. I am my first priority. I am my first port of call. I am my first reserve of energy. I am my first reserve of resources. Therefore, I need to make sure that I am always at the top of my game. I'm always full. I'm always rejuvenating myself. I'm always replenishing myself. I'm always in the process and checking in with myself and knowing what I need, checking in with myself and seeing where am I actually ready to receive a bit more of the good stuff. Love that energy, love that vibe. The Two of Swords, back and fro, deciding really what do you want, how do you want it, when do you want it. A lot of questions, but in that it's about the point of it being about navigating, and literally the best can be here. Believe it. You believing in what you want, you believing in yourself, you believing in your ability to receive that which is good for you. So for now, peace and love.